humid, humid summer months, we're gonna be making some ice cream. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make an ice cream base, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to add some yummy chocolate in to make it chocolate flavored. And then also I've made some amazing brownies so you guys can add it. This recipe is very easy because you can just customize it to however you want. So once you know how to make the ice cream base, you can go ahead and just do whatever you want with it, right? So it's great. It's customizable, right? I know everybody likes to mix and match and make everything, the way they want it to. Actually, can you hand me the milk? There's milk and cream in the fridge. I'm sorry, I forgot to take that out. So the way we're going to start is we have this amazing recipe book. It's called Salt and Straw. It's an ice cream cookbook. You can get it through the Hoboken Public Library website, through our Buckles website, buckles.org, bccls.org. Oh, there's some in cups, but it's all right. Sorry, I messed that up. It's okay. This is why we do this, right? So you can figure out all the mistakes, right? So we're going to be making the ice cream base that's here. So this one makes about 3 cups of ice cream each. So it's very easy. And again, you can make as much as you want. Thank you so much. So you can make as much as you want. And again, it's just a very, very simple recipe. You can make, just a few cups of ice cream and then be done. And then, make a different flavor and off you go. So for this one, we're going to be using the following ingredients. So we're going to be doing 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. So we're going to be putting this in a mixing bowl. 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, just simple sugar you get at the grocery store. We're doing 2 tablespoons of dry milk powder. Again, you can just get this on Amazon. It's very, very easy. 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. Again, so it's a little bit of a thickener. You can add that in there. So it makes the ice cream nice and thick. And then you're going to put this all together in a mixing bowl, like so. I'm just going to mix it up. Mix that in a mixing bowl. Now, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to move over to the stove. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of light corn syrup. We're going to move over here. I'm going to turn on the stove. I'm going to put some corn syrup. Again, just like anything you can find at the grocery store. I'm going to start to heat that up. It's going to take a little bit to come out of the cup, but there it goes. So it's going to start to heat that up in there. I'm just going to add a little bit more just to make sure that we have enough in there. So once that starts to heat up, we have 1 1/3 cups of whole milk and 1 1/3 cups of heavy cream. So I'm going to add in the milk and I'm going to start to mix that in. Just start to heat that up. So you're going to want to make sure that this gets nice and hot. You can see it's already starting to bubble a little bit. Just make sure that comes to a little bit of a simmer. Make sure that's nice and hot. So then once that starts to heat up, we're going to add in our sugar mixture right here. So I'm going to put that right in there. Make sure that gets nice and thick. So you can see that's getting nice and hot, just like that. Just going to whisk that together. And then once that's fully mixed, so if you can hear that, you can hear like the sugar on the bottom like melting. So you can hear that getting hot on the bottom. So then once that starts to heat up, you add your heavy cream, right? So I'm just going to toss that in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn off the heat and just mix that in. So again, very simple, very few ingredients, just easy. I made that in about 2.5 minutes total, right? So there you go. So this is the ice cream base. So now you're going to bring this to room temperature. You can put it in the refrigerator for a little bit. And this is where the fun part comes in, where you can customize it to however you want. So you can add some chocolate in there. So the way we're going to make it chocolate flavored is by looking at the recipe in here. This is the chocolate gooey brownie recipe, which is great. So the recipe calls for 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. So you're going to add a little bit more sugar in there. Stir that right in. And then you're going to add a little cocoa powder. So it's 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. Just get that at any grocery store. Again, we have Hershey's here. You can get any kind of cocoa powder you want. Just mix that right in there. And again, very, very easy. You can do vanilla, you can do chocolate. mint, which is my favorite personally. And then once that cools down, refrigerate it and then put it in your ice cream maker. And there you go. Now I'm also going to show you guys how to make ice cream if you don't have an ice cream maker at home, because you know it can be a little expensive. So a foolproof way to make ice cream if all you have is just, you know, ingredients. So all you need is heavy cream, sugar, vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt. You put all of that in a mason jar, you shake it up really hard, like for 5 minutes, just make sure everything is mixed, and you put it in the freezer for 3 hours, and it's ice cream in a mason jar. And you know, if you only want a little bit, it's all you want, then that's it. And you can make as much or a little if you want, but it's basically the same idea. So if you want a lot of ice cream or if you want a little bit of ice cream, either way. So this is something good when it's humid, super humid like it is today. So that's it, you guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you want this book, you can look it up in our Buckles catalog. Again, that's bccls.org. And then we've got some lovely ice cream that we made in our ice cream maker. So feel free to watch to make your own ice cream, and feel free to watch next month when I make some lovely picnic treats where I'm making some cornbread. So look out for that. Thanks, guys. Bye.